Dark field microscopy examination. Evidence of the effect of 90-10 quantum energy transferred to ice hockey gloves.
In diesem Video zeigen wir Ihnen ein Experiment, das für einen Schweizer Eishockeyclub durchgeführt wurde. Ziel war es,
In this video, we'll show an experiment that was carried out for a Swiss ice hockey club. The goal was to definitely and unequivocally demonstrate that quantum energy can be transferred from the master power plates to ice hockey gloves and that it significantly changes the blood count when the gloves are worn. We took a blood sample from a female subject before starting the experiment to have a starting sample. Here we see the individual red blood cells. They hang very closely together. It is a phenomenon called the rouleau phenomenon, as the cells look like money coins stacked together. This is not an optimal blood formation. Normally and ideally, the blood cells should float freely and separately from each other in the blood.
Kein optimales Blutbild. Normalerweise sollten die Blutkörperchen getrennt voneinander frei im Blut schweben. Das wäre dann der Idealfall.
We then put a couple of ice hockey gloves on the subject's hands. These have not been treated yet with quantum energy. We did this to prove with his second blood sample that just wearing gloves has no effect on the blood. A blood sample was taken from the subject again after wearing the gloves for 10 minutes.
Der Probandin wurde also erneut ein Blutstropfen entnommen, nachdem sie 10 Minuten.
As can be seen in the 100x magnification here and also in the 400x magnification here, the blood formation has not changed. The rouleau phenomenon is still clearly visible, and the blood cells stick together closely.
Deutlich zu sehen, und die Blutkörperchen kleben ziemlich eng aneinander.
Now the subject was prepared with another pair of ice hockey gloves. These have been between the original master power plates for over 24 hours. They have hence completely absorbed the quantum energy.
Vollständig aufgenommen, und die Probandin wurde jetzt erneut das Blut abgenommen, nachdem sie 10 Minuten die Handschuhe anhatte, und man sieht hier ganz.
Another sample of the patient's blood was taken after she had worn the gloves for 10 minutes. You can clearly see that the blood formation has completely changed. The individual blood cells are not connected or stacked. The stacks of cells have become much smaller. There are at most 2 or 3, here below also 4 to 5 cells connected to a stack. But you can see very clearly, even if we swish through the drop of blood and look at different spots, that there was a very clear significant change in the blood formation. We'll examine the whole blood formation in a before and after comparison. Before, the blood formation looked like this. After 10 minutes of wearing the ice hockey gloves, the blood count looked like this. We then conducted the entire experiment on another, this time male subject. Here, too, a starting sample. The blood formation is similar to the one before, even looking worse. The rouleau phenomenon is very distinct. All the blood cells stick together in large stacks. With this subject, we put the gloves on the test subject for 15 to 20 minutes because we wanted to find out whether it would have a stronger effect if the gloves were worn for a longer period. Here, you can see very clearly that all the blood cells are almost floating freely. They are separated from each other. Their color has changed as well. The glow of the individual blood cells has become much more intense. Here, too, you can see that this is the case with all the blood cells in the entire sample. These results have led us to carry out further tests, which will be conducted directly with the ice hockey club and the ice hockey players. Conclusion. The quantum energy that was transferred to the gloves with the master power plates has a strong positive influence on the blood. Thank you for your attention.